It's quite unfortunate that the Nigerian police force couldn't handle Andrew Amechi well. I mean, the prime suspect when he was arrested on there was after the disappearance of Afiba and Celine. Instead, they allowed some so-called vigilante group to gun him down because they've actually denied us an opportunity to hear from the horse's own mouth. I mean, Andrew Amechi, the number of atrocities or crime this man has committed. Because today there's news that a gym instructor, a female gym instructor who's known as Goody, has gone missing since March. And guess what? This lady is Andrew Amechi's personal trainer or his female gym instructor. Wow, this is quite shocking. And families contacted Harrison Gwamishu, the activist who is working on Afiba and Celine disappearance case, because from March they contacted the Nigerian police to help them locate Goody, but unfortunately because of insufficient funds they couldn't progress with the investigation, so they had to contact Harrison, and Harrison made this particular news public today. Guess where Goody, the gym instructor, stays? Port Harcourt. Yes, the same place that Afiba and Celine left to Aba City. I'll give you more details of this particular story. Before that, today is the first day you're watching me. Kindly hit the red subscribe button, like, and bring your comments under the video. I say you're first to watch TV. I simply see and I'll bring you more. So it looks like most of the girls that visit Andrew Amechi usually come from Port Harcourt. Like if you look at the first victim, Rachel, who miraculously escaped from Andrew Amechi's house, this girl, yes, that's her, she left Port Harcourt to Aba City where Andrew Amechi stays. And in fact, she was so lucky, she was almost unalived by Andrew Amechi. In case you've forgotten what Rachel said about Andrew Amechi when she visited him, let's listen to this. I'll come back with a story of the missing girl, Goody.
Okay, Mr. Ben, I have some few questions for you, because Andrew Edo's it was 6 days, and during that period, he was recording everything. I was sending to one person. Are you the person he was sending everything? So I want to know.
No.
That period, like he was recording everything. I was sending to one particular person. I don't know who that person is. Are you the person he was sending everything to?
No.
And
so Rachel stays at Port Harcourt, and this girl, Goody, the gym instructor, who is also Andrew Amechi's personal trainer, also stays at Port Harcourt. Blessing and Afiba left Port Harcourt to Aba City. In fact, Celine stays at Port Harcourt. And in this particular video, you can see a lady waving at them saying bye. That lady is Blessing. Apparently, she's the lady whose wedding was called off. So the main reason why Afiba visited Nigeria, she was going to this Blessing's wedding ceremony. And unfortunately, it was called off. Reasons unknown to us. But it looks like there's more to it. Why is it that all the ladies move from Port Harcourt to Aba City where Andrew Amechi stays, and we do not find them? What is really happening? What is the connection? Last year, you can remember another huge missing story at Port Harcourt when this particular gentleman unalived his girlfriend, took out some part of a body. I mean, was trying to dispose the body, but fortunately this guy was arrested. It took place at Port Harcourt. So what is really happening at Port Harcourt? And guess what? Andrew Amechi used to stay at Port Harcourt, according to reports, before he moved to Aba City. So I visited Goody's TikTok account and I realized her last post was on the 27th of March. That was exactly a month before Celine and Afiba visited Andrew Amechi, because they also visited Andrew Amechi on the 27th of April. And Goody's last post is on the 27th of March. Family say after she got missing, they tracked her phone and realized it was at Aba City. So let's say if this lady visited Andrew Amechi 27th of March and 28th, exactly a month later, Andrew also invited Afiba and Celine to his house.
Bye, baby. Bye. Celine. Bye. Mama, Celine.
So it's not only Mr. Ben who is complaining about Blessing unable to speak or give us reasons why the wedding was called off. Apparently, Afiba's husband didn't like the relationship between Afiba and Blessing. In the first place, it was through Blessing that Afiba got to know Celine. So Celine and Blessing were good friends before Afiba came into the picture. But Afiba's husband, he stated that on record that he always warned Afiba to stay away from Blessing, even though he never knew Blessing, but something was telling him that he didn't really like the relationship. And in fact, Afiba's husband in this interview stated that Blessing's boyfriend, he calls him Darlington, or he's known as Darlington, contacted him when Afiba and Celine got missing. The guy demanded some 2 million naira for investigations and all that. And let's listen to what Afiba's husband said about Blessing and her boyfriend.
The person who asked me to get 2 million naira, or like send 2 million naira to him, was Darlington, which is the boyfriend of Blessing, and Blessing is the friend of Afiba and Celine. And he was always calling me twice or thrice a day, asking me not to mention his name into all of this. So why did he ask me for that? I'm very sure he has very good connections. I don't know if he's a politician. I don't know his family name, but I can get all these details.
So now we know that Afiba's husband probably wants Blessing to probably speak more and give us reasons why the wedding was called off. It looks like it's not only him who has a problem with Blessing. Mr. Ben, Andrew Amechi's UK-based friend, has also raised some concerns. This is what Mr. Ben wrote. He said, the individual in the image is Blessing, Celine's friend, who raised the alarm about the kidnapping of Afiba and Celine. So apparently, Blessing was the first person that Afiba sent the location to when they were kidnapped by Andrew Amechi. Allegedly, with the assistance of her wealthy and well-connected boyfriend, Darlington, that's his name, she contacted the police and fabricated a transfer letter and petition from the police claiming that the police chief needed to speak to Andrew. Blessing has since fled, and the latest information suggests she may be in Owerri or Abuja. If you have any information, please inform the police and direct message us with any details that could assist in locating these girls. There are several questions that need to be addressed regarding Blessing's action. 1. Why did she deactivate her social media account or set them to private? Why did she delay reporting the distress videos from her friends Afiba and Celine immediately? They are suspicious of foul play here. So you can see that Mr. Ben is also pointing fingers at Blessing, a friend to Afiba and Celine. So first of all, Blessing, who stays at Harcourt with Celine. Celine is also a Port Harcourt based. Afiba goes to Nigeria, goes to Port Harcourt to meet Celine. And in this particular video, Celine is giving them a bye-bye. They sat in the car. I don't know if it's a private car or an Uber car. And then these girls go missing, vanish from the earth. We just don't know where they are now. Goody, a Port Harcourt-based female gym instructor and also a personal instructor of Andrew Amechi, also goes missing, and her phone will be tracked. The location of the phone is Aba City, where Andrew Amechi stays. Rachel, the first victim who miraculously escaped from Andrew Amechi's house, also stays at Port Harcourt. What is really happening at Port Harcourt? Andrew Amechi reportedly stayed at Port Harcourt before he moved to Aba City. Is he having a cartel at Port Harcourt, or does Andrew Amechi know some people at Port Harcourt who transfer or lure girls to him? It's still a mystery. I believe the Nigerian police force can do a little bit more, because it looks like there are people that work with Andrew Amechi. I'm not sure he does these things alone. Unfortunately, we couldn't get opportunity to hear more words from Andrew Amechi because he's no more. The Nigerian police force couldn't handle him well when they arrested him. Because of the shocking disappearances of women at Aba City, which is located at Abia State, Harrison, the activist, pleaded with the governor of Abia State. He says he want to meet the governor so that they talk about the mysteries, the disappearance of ladies at Aba City, where Andrew Amechi used to stay.
Good evening, His Excellency Governor Alex Uti, Executive Governor of Abia State. My name is Harrison Gwamnishu. I am from Delta State and I work with human rights here in Nigeria. I seek your 5 minutes attention to discuss a very important, issue with you, which I strongly believe with your position as Executive Governor of Abia State and with what I have heard so far, that you are a listening governor, that you're able to assist us in this particular issue I want to bring to your table. I wish to tender an apology to you if reaching out to you via this medium we bring disrespect to your highly respected office. But just know that this is the only medium I have, only channel I have to reach out to you, as my discussion with you is very, very important and will lead to, the safeguard of human lives in Abia State and the entire country, Nigeria.
Based on what I have heard, what I have read, what I've heard from you. And it is very sad. That's the shameful aspect of it. I will go to one example right now. It is the job of the police force of any country to recover money from any criminal, whether the criminal is a civilian or the criminal is within their own force. I saw a video where the young man Harrison was talking and showing money recovered. There is nowhere in the world a private citizen has such right or access or power to do the job of the police. It should have been the police PRO, the police force, that will come on TV to let Nigerians or let the world know that, oh, we have recovered XYZ from so person. And we see the money, just like it's done everywhere in the world. On TikTok here, sometimes you see American sheriffs, when they recover things from criminals, they put it on the news and the world sees that they recovered cars, they recovered weapons, they recovered...
And the court system will be aware.
Yes, and will be aware. And because the law has to be aware. All these things they are evidence. They are part of a case that is going to court, that will eventually go to court. Because in this situation, even though the principal actor, who is the Andrew man, is dead, there are still people that are part of the crime,
of the group,
attached to this crime, and these people will still go to yes, these people will still go to court. The law will still fall on them. They will not escape it. So all this evidence and all that is what the police should handle, not any private citizen. So that particular video I watched, if it is true that money was recovered from any of the policemen, it is flawed, and it is an indictment on the Nigerian police force for that young man to have access to such a recovery and steal and talk without the police having to talk. I also have noticed something. I have not watched any video. Please correct me if I'm wrong. If there is any, guide me or direct me to it. I have not seen the police PRO discuss anything yet about this case.
No.
So in my own understanding, that means they are investigating it based on what they have told the world, as you have said, that they need 2 weeks or so to get into it and get back to us. Now, if the police PRO or no agent of the police directed by the Inspector General,
there's no agent of government that have spoken about
it, has come out to speak about it, why are people now parading money and saying they recovered it from XYZ? it is very, very wrong. That is another one. Another aspect of it again, I know very well that the Nigerian security network has advanced technology to a certain degree. You know, this young man, Andrew, had a phone. The young ladies had telephones. I watch a lot of investigative TV and read a lot of books. Now, those phones must have cell site points where they went to. If you're traveling from Lagos to Benin, if the police wants to know your route, they can follow the cell towers to know with your number, your phone number, to know if you passed through this route, where you stopped, where you made U-turn and everything. Any advanced police system in the world has it. It's called triangulation. Okay, so the Andrew, he has a phone. With his phone, and again, it is an iPhone. With his phone, they can actually know that man's movement as far back as even 6, 7 months, 10 months, 1 year ago.
Absolutely.
With that phone. The ladies' phones as well, if they have their number and everything, they will be able to tell the ladies' journey wherever they stopped finally with their phones, where their phones last gave cell site signal and all that. They can do all that. Even from the phone calls on their call log, people they called along the way towards where they were going to, and their last phone call at the last point where they made the phone call, I'm sure they can get that from the network. So if I came to your house now, and by the time I got to your house, maybe on getting to your house, I called my wife and said, oh, I'm at Ben's house. I'll be here for an hour. When I finish, I'll come back home. And I don't come back home. The police, in the course of investigation, can ask for my mobile phone records from the network. And okay, when this man left this place, when this man came here, did he go anywhere else? Did he call anybody else and all that? If I didn't call anybody else, if the last call I made is at your place and everything, you become a suspect. First of all, it doesn't mean you are guilty. But you just become a suspect. They will now they'll now investigate you. You know. So I mean, I don't think it is going to be anything difficult if the Nigerian police puts their mind to it, to trace people associated to this criminality, prosecute them, and bring them to book. Equally, find where those girls are.
That's the most important.
I believe they are alive. I want to have faith they are alive. Wherever they are, they should be found. And if they are dead, they are corpses. There is no way that man, Andrew, could have carried 2 women alone. It is not possible. You cannot carry 1 corpse alone. It is not possible. So there must have been an accomplice that would have helped him, if at all they are dead, if at all he killed them somewhere, even if it is not in his house, and he killed them somewhere else. There must have been accomplices or an accomplice that would have helped him carry the only way he could leave information, so that if anything happens to him, some way, somehow, things can be traced, was by sending you all those information, making calls to you, because he knew as his friend that you were a news reporter. He knew that you had access to the press and internet and all that. So he was giving you those details. In case anything happens to him, at least there will be somebody to tell the world that, okay, this is what happened. I am not saying this in defense of Andrew. I am not saying you have been defending Andrew. No, he's come. But like I said, there's a spiritual aspect to this thing. Even the way he was calling you, the way he was sending information and all that, you will know it is very unlike a criminal to be doing things like that.
Yes, because
you understand?
on the last while he was going, he sent me one message. He said, it is crucial. He wrote this thing. I have it. I publish it. He said, it is crucial you talk about this. You know, he said, it is crucial you talk about this. It's like specifically giving me instruction. It's crucial to say the police in Aba told him that this girl were on a self-kidnap. I'm like, okay, self-kidnap. Okay. He wrote it.
So, with regards to the investigation, a lot of people, you know, I've not heard of we've not read anywhere or heard of any arrest. But I think there's some major characters now that should be gotten in touch with to investigate and ask questions. Now, that POS account that you say money was sent to, that name is very important. I don't know if it is true. They said he transferred. Check his bank account in those 4 days. how much was transferred? Where was this money transferred to? The people these monies were transferred to, actions in his account. It's easy to trace as well, money from his account. Then wherever those monies went to, you start tracing from there. You pick up those people to know why they collected this money. What is your relationship with Mr. Andrew? And everything, and they will defend themselves and explain. If the police are satisfied that these people are innocent, they let them go. The ones that they suspect are guilty, they hold them down and continue the investigation as should be done normally. So a lot of things, the only reason why I am not against the good police in quotes right now is because, as you had told us, they said they need 2 weeks to conduct their investigations and come out with information. And I believe this is an international case because a Ghanaian is involved. I understand the Ghanaian embassy too is involved. A lot of people interest are involved. So the police PRO, I believe definitely, if they are looking into this, will definitely come out and give us information with regards to what is happening. But I know one thing for sure. That man, Andrew, did not do that thing alone. There must have been accomplices. You cannot, even if even if those ladies have been pied, let's use that word, even if those ladies have been pied, there is no way he could have carried them alone. There is just no way he would have put them inside that small Mercedes alone. So there are people who would have helped him. He has staff in his, I believe they say he has staff in his house, maybe houseboy, maybe cook or megad or something. Those people too should be arrested. Those people should be questioned.
There should have been a point of interest for the police immediately.
Exactly. Then even his neighbors, police should also go and ask his neighbors questions. Please, did you see anything funny? Did you hear anybody shouting like they do abroad? Did anybody shout at night?
Go all the way to the street.
Everybody just ask. Yes,
they should check it and make sure that his car move at 2 a.m.
Exactly. When last did you people see him come with anybody in the car? All those things, So I believe those investigations should be done, and if the good police do their jobs, we will see the end of this story. It is not rocket science. It will not take too much time for the result to come out. So Andrew himself, it is unfortunate. If we had a system, if we had a database history in Nigeria, people like Andrew coming into Nigeria, when they swipe his passport on that machine, they would have seen, okay, this man has been arrested before, he's been in jail. Just like when we travel abroad,
when you go to swipe the United States, they will ask you immediately.
Yes, that's many questions, So when they swipe that passport and they ask you questions, find out, have you been to jail before? You say yes. What took you to jail, Oga? I was there for, as I heard, they said he slapped a woman or beat a woman, I can't remember, but they said he was jailed in the UK for 2 years. So our immigration and our police would have asked him questions to understand what it is that took him to jail. And once he answers it, of course, he's a Nigerian citizen, they will let him pass. But then the record would have been on the database. If they have to monitor someone like him, they monitor. And if there is a complaint about him at any police station in Nigeria, it would have triggered that red flag from the airport. That interview at the airport, once they type his name into any system. Exactly. So that first encounter in Port Harcourt that he had, that you said they locked him up for 3 months. If we had a data, if we were driven by database.
He was not there for 3 months, brother.
Okay.
Not 3 months, he was just there for a few days. So 3 months call.
Okay, for a few days. Okay, so for the period, even if it's for only 1 hour. When you walk into a police station abroad, they type your name into the system. Even when the police arrest you on the road, they type your name into their small iPad or speak into their radio and give your full name, your date of birth, your DOB, everything. And the headquarters will give information about you that they see on the system. So if we had such database and he was arrested and they typed his name in, they would have seen he had problems in the UK. And the police will adjust themselves and know how to work. It's unfortunate, we don't have databases like this and things are carelessly done, in the system, and people can get away with so many things, So I am hopeful. I'm very, very hopeful. I believe by faith that those ladies will be found. No matter the situation on ground, the most important thing right now is those women, if they are alive, finding them somewhere. Because if we have not seen them for 1 month, it means they have not eaten for 1 month. It means they've not drank water for 1 month. If they are alive somewhere, if they were locked up somewhere.
They couldn't have survived that, though. Yeah.
Exactly. So it is a very touching, a very sad situation. And I am really hopeful.
What do you think made Nigerian police to be so nonchalant, relaxed about 2 people missing? Like it's beyond my imagination.
Okay, now from my own, this is my opinion. I'm not saying this is a general opinion. This is what I think. I actually believe when you came out with your information,
Narrative,
okay, yes, coming out with your narrative and your information, when you came out initially, I think, to me, I believe you came out the wrong way. So people were thinking it is either a skit or it is a joke or it is this because of the platforms you came out through.
Yes.
I actually believe if you had started this conversation on your platform and stuck to your platform, it would have been by now, there would have been results. So going to different platforms, people calling you and you talking, it just kind of like made a joke of the whole thing, you know. So I believe strongly, Nigerians address the IG and send out your evidence and everything that you have straight to the police PRO or maybe Twitter or wherever, so the whole world will see. It would have been more effective because that initial start. Yes, that initial start made it look made it look like a joke, because if some people were not, for me, to be very honest, the first time I heard the story, I read it online, as at that time I hadn't heard anything about you. I didn't know anything about you. I just read about the Andrew guy kidnapping 2 ladies. Then there was a video posted of him in a restaurant or something, talking, doing video recording, telling maybe the ladies that if they come, you know, they'll hang out, they'll eat. Then there was another video of him and some 2 ladies or a lady eating. You know, that was the only thing I saw until I saw your video on Daddy Freeze. Then you mentioned Just Adetone. Then I had to go look for that video and all that. So maybe that initial move by you, you know, would have also made the police hierarchy not really, you know, look into it. Maybe think that what's really going on here, you know, and there will be a delay, you know. So I actually believed, and also in life we learn every day. So it's a lesson. So next time you have any pertinent information, anything that is important to change the narrative or change the lives of people, let it be on your platform. The police PRO and the police IG, they have their Twitter accounts. You can go to Twitter, put up what you want to put up, and they'll definitely take it.
Them on several occasions, and then I believe they are receiving the messages that I'm sending.
Let me.
Yes, because ordinary citizens, even ordinary citizens of Nigeria, when they have problems and they know that local police station cannot help them. A lot of people that are aware, they go to Twitter and post their problem, you know, to the police PRO, and the police PRO will look into it, and immediately, you know, I've seen where people have put up complaints like that, and the police immediately, they will go into action and handle it, you know. So that's what I feel about the trajectory everything went.
Let me chip in. Ben,
yes,
just
go ahead.
I appreciate exactly. I just wanted to reintegrate what he said. The last time I spoke to you, I think I said that to you. I said
it's very clear.
Any information, any update, anything that you think is necessary to talk about, kindly say it on any of your platforms so that nobody will pick those information, misconstrue it, and send it to the public. Because at this time, a lot of people are divided. I always say, even though I'm here, like whenever I call you, you are like, why is this girl asking? Because I want to make sure that what I am here for is the right, like my gut is not failing me. So that's why I'm saying, like he said, your page is the credible source. If they come, they should come to your page and come and take the information from here. And let me say it again. He said, if anybody needs information and calls him, he will not answer unless this information is either going to the right source, the IG of police, the British High Commission. If not, because he has to also protect himself at this point, because there's too many accusations out there. You don't know who is going to take that information and turn it into something else. So, Mr. Kokote, you can go ahead.
Okay, madam, thank you very much. So, Ben, I think from now on, whatever information you have, please, if you want to release it on your own page and send it directly to the Twitter page of the Force PRO or the Twitter handle of the IG of police. The whole world will see there. Nigerians will see there when you put it up there, and definitely they will react to the information as you're working through the embassy, British embassy, working with the Ghanaian embassy and all that. It is important, whatever information you have, this entities have it all. It is very sad for me to hear. I don't know if it was somebody that was scamming that lady's husband, Afiba's husband.
I do
listened
believe
to
it's a scam because I don't believe.
Yes, I believe
that. Yeah.
Yes, because I don't think I don't know. I don't want to do investigation for anybody, but it sounds to me like somebody was just extorting them money, like that, using the name of the police to collect money. But nobody knows. I believe the police too can investigate that because they have Afiba's husband has the account details of where they were sending money to, all the paperwork, so they can as well hand it over to the embassy, Ghanaian embassy in Nigeria here, and also put it on the platform, the Twitter handle of the Force PRO and the IG, so that these things too will be investigated. So if it is somebody that was scamming them, the person will be arrested. If it is truly, as he said, a police person collecting money from them, they will also,